Hello. Super early on a Thursday morning. Went to bed very early and now I'm awake. So let's play. We've got a special one today. I think it's special. My niece is turning 8 and she loves, hi Fiona, she loves art. So we sent her a little care package and we're going to craft together with Fiona today. We're going to make some tags and we're going to do a bit of a mass make. I've got several tags here. These are little ones that came from, oh, where'd I get these? Hobby Lobby. $1.79 for 25. We're going to use book page. Got this little set of stamps. I've been looking for some little kind of wild flowery stamps and found these fabulous price at Hobby Lobby as well, and some stencils and ink. So let's just jump right in. So last time we did a blue one. I'm sure we'll do another blue one, but I want to start today with some pink. So let me grab a piece, oh that's not scratch paper. Let me grab a piece of scratch paper to ink on. Oh, I clearly should have grabbed this before I started. Okay, got it. All right. And I'm going to do some more blending like we did last time, but we're going to do it in pink. So let's grab some of our pinks here. I've got Festive Berries. I think that's the old one. I've got 2 of these. Let's use the new one. And got Saltwater Taffy, Kitsch Flamingo, and my other pink is Spun Sugar. Now I've also got Picked Raspberry, but this is an archive, and so archival, so I think that won't blend as well because it's going to dry so quickly. So we will just try these, and let's see what we've got for, I've got my my foams everywhere. They are all over the place. I think that might go here. Although Picked Raspberry is a little bit more red. I think maybe this goes here. That must go there. That's a match. Just tuck that in. And we've got some extras still, so we might have to pull out a couple of new ones, but let's just get going. Let's get going and have a good time. I'm trying to be a little quiet. It's really early, but people in my house could sleep pretty well. So let's start with, we'll start with a brush. Let's start with this. And get any residual off there as best as we can. And let's start with our light colored. I'm thinking maybe that's got some brown on it. Let's try this since it's so light. Already need a redo. That is okay. We're all right with redos. Yep, that definitely had some blue on it. Let's get this soaked up. Get a decent amount of ink on there. Maybe it didn't have too much. Yeah, it did. Yes, it did. I think we'll try a couple of different techniques on these. It's giving kind of a weird effect. Maybe it's just because it's so light that I can see that. I wonder if it's my dauber or if it's my paper. We'll find out. I don't dislike speckles. They're okay. More and more and more. let's go in next with this guy. And he's got his own dauber. And I don't know, I haven't done this technique enough to know. I have a feeling that different colors might behave just a little bit differently. Nope, I think that's my paper. I'm not sad. Maybe it's because I'm rubbing too hard. I think that's what it is. But let's get more ink on there so it's a little more contrast before we go to the super dark. All right. Now let's go here for our festive berries. Now we might have to be a little more careful with this so we don't get circles. I'm going to touch very lightly. The domed foams won't give you harsh edges, but these guys will. These flat ones can give you harsh edges if you're not careful. They also lay down more ink though, so. All right, it's a nice variant that we've got going there. Now, let's see. All right, let's go with getting our bases done. How about, let's keep going with the pink. I do like this color, so let's go more in here. I was going to grab Festive Berries again, but I like that dark, but let's start down here. And build that up a little. And it might be, you know, last time we used the oxides, it might just be because this has, I think these are, now I can't remember which ones. I think these just have dye, and the other ones have dye and pigment, and that is why they behave differently. So now, let's go in. Now I don't remember. I think speckled egg. Oh, I really need to label these. This has purple on it. Does this have anything? That one looks like it might have had black. All right, let's go in with this. Blend up a little. We're going to do lots of stuff to these tags, so. All right, now how about a green? Let's go green at the top. This one is labeled. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's very juicy. I refilled this one. He's got a lot. He has a lot. Nice thing about these is we got a little bit of working time so that we can spread it out if we get too much in one area. Not quite as much as the oxides, but all right. We're going to do some dark grungy ones too. We're going to start with the light colors. Shall we see if this guy, maybe we can get a yellow, orange, and red. I'm gonna use, maybe if we build it up lightly. I don't know how well it will blend, but we'll give it a shot. Now this one won't give us any background effects if we add water because it is archival, but maybe we'll be okay with a little bit of blotchiness here. And yes, I'm going straight into my orange. Sorry. I only have so many of these little blendies. It's not too shabby. It's blending okay. Let's pull this down for when we go in. I'm going to go in with red at the bottom. A little bit darker. Okay. And I'm pretty certain I have a red somewhere. That's brown. There's the purple. Here's a red. We'll just use this. We'll just use this. I'm gonna hold this one again and go super light while we get started. Up a little. I think that works just fine. I need a little more down here in the corner. You know what? Maybe it is my blenders because look at this, doesn't have those little dots with the flat guy. Although we use them. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to stop trying to figure it out because that's just going to be all up in my brain. How about a green? We've got, what do we got for green colors? We've got forest moss and shabby shutters. We could go with a super light antique linen at the top. Let's try that. It should still show up since we're working on white. Oops, I got two there. Yeah. I don't use this color super often because it's so pale, but I do really like it. It gives you a really nice creamy cream color, I guess. Bring this one down. So it's not going to be exactly thirds, but that's okay. Feeling like I want it to be down a little bit. Down a little bit. All right, where's the one that I actually had labeled? This guy. Did I use it on something else? No. This fella juicy. Just gonna go in a circular motion. Kind of like if you were putting on your blush. And it does work better if you can get more ink on there. This is flowing and moving around really nicely. Okay, now, I don't think I have, or do I? I think this might be the screen. This is gonna mute it a little bit because the screen is not real bright. But I like it. I enjoy it. Here we go with our green. Now, let's do a brown. Let's do a grungy. Now, how intense do we want? We've got walnut stain, we've got vintage photo, we've got scorched timber. This goes there. That goes there. A few of these. All right. Let's start with vintage. And then we'll just get progressively darker. Maybe we can put a really light focal point and see what we end up with. And then we're going to get to decorating. Going relatively dark with this, since we're gonna go grungy. I think I will go with this one here next. Ugh. Let's see what that gives us. It's a pretty brown. Very lightly, since we're not using a domed. I guess you know what I could do. That gets us a little more. Or a lot more. Oh, is that gonna let me blend? It doesn't look like it wants to blend out quite so much. That's all right. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at that deep dark brown. Working out some of those lines. The oxide definitely behaves better than this, but I mean, we're gonna layer it, so it's okay. Super dark, love it. Okay. Let's get these out of the way. And let's pull in some stenciling. So we've got green, which we'll stencil with this. Orange. This could be whatever. And then we got pink. Okay. Let's start with this since we're here. And I'm gonna grab a stencil. Here, I got a couple. Let's decide what we want. Want this? Do we want bricks? How about some bricks? That seems like a reasonable choice. Let's go bricks. Let's put bricks at the bottom. And we can go, no, this was not Festive Berries. This was Barn Door. Where'd I put it? Literally just had it. Where are you, Barn Door? Hiding over here. Okay. We're just going to use our dauber. And if you don't have these, I should have said this a while ago, if you don't have these, you can always use a makeup brush. A makeup brush or like a, what do they call them? Beauty blenders. Or any kind of sponge really will work. Go, we've got a little bit of interest back there. Now, how about, where'd our brown one go? What is, oh my gosh, guys, today, literally, I have not gotten up from my chair. Oh, here they are. Like, how is this even possible that I'm losing stuff? Again, with the losing stuff. Should we go bright pink? Let's pull in a bright pink. And how about this? I'll put this guy on the corner. Subtle, but cool. And we'll do some up top. Be quite a bit more visible here on this one. There we go. That's fun. It's fun for our pink. Now, I've got green right here, so let's just grab this. How about some crackle for the green? No circles. These little bit funky colored or funky shaped circles. I might have went overboard already because I was excited. I do love circles. And how about some little X's at the bottom? There we go. Very nice. Let's keep these here. And we could do, how about a deeper blue? Now this one's kind of purpley, but I think that it will look good anyway. So let's go with some crackle on this guy in a purple. And a bluish purple. And we're just gonna start right here. I'm not gonna do it real hard and real dark. Ooh, that's a really pretty effect. A little darker here at the bottom. Oh, I really like this stencil. I haven't used it much. I really like it. Okay, I'm gonna use that one on the dark as well. And I'm gonna wipe it off. Grab a baby wipe and I'm going to wipe it off. Oh, I didn't get these shut very well. I'll wipe the other ones off too, but this one I want to use right away. So we're going to just wipe it first. And let's go, how about we go on the whole thing here. I don't really need, I was trying to pick a good spot and that's silliness. All right. I'm going to do the whole thing. The oxides really do give you more depth, it feels like. Maybe it's just because they're so creamy. Oh, whoops. Get that out of there. We need those. We don't want a naked spot. There. Oh, I love it. Look how cool that looks. Fantastic. All right, quick wipe. And we are ready to move on to the next step. I needed a refill. Cheers, coffee. All right. Now, next step. Let's do some background stamping. If you want to, any of these steps, if you want to skip it, you certainly can. Pull out these cute little stamps here, and my stamp block went where? Should be close. I just saw it. There it is. Now, I might use different. No, let's just stick with this as our whole theme. Now, if you don't have a stamp block, you can always just ink up a section and press it down like this. You could put it on the lid of your ink. I know, Fiona, I don't think you've got a stamp block. So here's some other ideas. On the ink, you could put it right on there and go like this. Now, you can't see exactly where you're putting it, but that's what's so fun about this kind of art is you don't have to. You don't have to. It's okay wherever it goes. You pretty much can't make a mistake. And you certainly can't make an unfixable mistake, because if you don't like how something turns out, you just cover it up. And if you're real unhappy, you just turn it over and you start fresh. So I'm going to see if Vintage Photo will work on this flower. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. We are going to use Vintage Photo, but we're going to use Archival, because Archival is waterproof. And if we decide that we want to do any splattering with water, I don't want to lose our flower. Oh, it doesn't show up super great down there, but it should work pretty good up there. It's so pretty. I like it. Now, these are background, so the fact that, now with some of the other ones, maybe we'll go with darker colors, but how about we use some of this vine? Fern? It's not a fern. That's a fern. This is not. It's something else. Up there. Let's put one here. We can just go anywhere. Anywhere and everywhere. How about we go darker and we go with a ground espresso. Get another value of brown in here. Shows up nicely, but still in the background. These are so cute. Oh, here. How about this little, no, this flower. And you could make a whole little garden down here if you wanted to. Whatever you want. Little short one. All right. So some nice interest in the background for that guy. And there are the dogs asking to come in. So I will be right back. Okay, let's set the brown one aside. Now I'm wondering, can we make, because this is about the same size, I wonder if we could make like a cute little collage of flowers on here. And kind of just stamp it around. Oh, this looks, oops, little leaf. All right, let's put a little leaf. He wants to join our party, our little art party. About there. And do I have any going the other way? This one. Here's one. We'll stick that there. How about the word wildflower? Going sideways. We'll stick that right here. How's that gonna look? Oops, leaf, come back. I guess he's gonna go there instead, if he'll stick. Let's try it and see what we think. How about with orange? Let's go with orange on this one. Ink these guys up real good. Oh, what a goofball. I put that one on upside down. Sometimes I sure do crazy stuff. All right. Now, I don't know that I like that right there. I'm going to pull that off. I'm going to go here. I'm going to put that here instead. And we'll re-ink. We'll do another one. Not with the lid. Gosh. Let's do another one right up here. I like it. Okay. I'm going to take this guy off. And these off. And I think I'm just going to go a little more, just randomly, excuse me, with some of these fun vines. We're just going to put stuff all over the place. That one going this way. And maybe this. Not really doing much thinking here. Just going, just putting stuff. Now, if you certainly do them one at a time. How about in the dark blue? I might be sorry to do them all at once. Let's just do this. We don't need to get in a hurry. Let's just do this. Let's do one at a time so that we can be very intentional. Like I said, you don't have to be, but especially with this dark. And if you want to get more than one value of the color, you can stamp it more than once without re-inking. That is called second generation stamp, like so. Put some of these guys on there. We're just going crazy everywhere, making an interesting background. How about some little leaves? I have kind of an empty space here. I think I'm going to leave that relatively empty. Where do we want it to say wildflower? How about right here? Did I get that good? These are really cute little stamps. I feel like we need something down at the bottom though, right in this corner. So let's grab this big guy. Let's put him right there. All right. Very cool. So wiggle the extra off. Some extra on there. I do like these and I don't want to get overwhelmed with so many choices. Now this will be an interesting one because of gross hair. We're gonna go with the dark green, but we can be, maybe we don't want flowers, maybe we just want a bunch. Let's make some space. My desk is a bit messy this morning. Make this one very organic looking. And we'll go just with the leaves. I think that is a flower. Let's put that back. This is a dandelion, I think. We can go with a little leaf, a couple of places. Stick you back on there. We're gonna put the flower back, and this is another dandelion. How about this little guy? He's pretty and delicate. I've been, like I said, I've been looking for some delicate flower stamps like this. I've seen some people do some beautiful things, and I didn't have any, and then I stumbled across these at Hobby Lobby, and I was ecstatic. And the price, guys, come on, $2. That is fabulous for stamps. Great price. And you could even line up their stems, so it looks like they're all growing out of one little area. You could really make some cool stuff with these stamps. Nice and little and delicate. Okay. Let's call the green one ready, and let's move on to the pink. Now, for this one, Festive Berries is going to be too red, I think, but I don't want to go super bright either. So I think we'll go for the Kitsch Flamingo. And you don't have to have a million different colors to do this. You know, if you've just got a few colors, blend with your colors and stamp in brown. It'll be beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oops. Oh, had a little blue left over on that one. That's okay. We don't mind a tiny touch of purple, do we? Right. Now, since we've got such an intense, we want to leave that pretty plain. Thinking maybe we do. Maybe we'll put this other small flower up top, about right here. That works. All right. Very different shades. I had orange left on here. That's why you clean your stamps before you use them again, which I clearly did not do. Get some water on this. I'll do it now before I put them away so I don't forget. Quick wipe. Oh, not there. Okay. let's set this aside and move on to deciding. I do want some of these to have the sprayed effect. Now, not all of them. I'm thinking the green. This one we did with archival, so we know that won't do it. Definitely the green. Let's do the green and brown because I think these will be super cool. So let's put some water. And let that sit for a minute. Let it do its thing, pull some of that up, and we'll have some pretty light speckly places while I have a drink of my coffee. All right. Let's see what we got there. Ooh, cool. Very cool. Oh, it's seeping in over on this side. That's okay though. I found that if I try to pick up too much at once and like go totally flat, it kind of smears and makes me a bit of a mess, but that's just because my technique is not good. All right, love it. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Wipe up any water that has gone through. Now, how do we want to decorate these guys? I've got, let me make some space quickly here. We are done with our inks, so let's get those out of the way. Except for, we'll want our scorched timber to stay out because we still need to ink our edges. And we're going to do all of those in brown. Goes with the blue. Okay. So I've got flowers. I've got some tickets, labels, and I've got some die cuts. We've got stickers, we've got die cuts, we got labels, and I finally bit the bullet and got some paper dolls. I've been doing this for a lot of years, obviously not the YouTube channel, but been doing mixed media for a lot of years, and I finally got some of these paper dolls because I thought they'd be so cute for these little bitty tags. So, Fiona, you have some of these in your package. So let's pick a few. Ooh, how about some fellas? It's a handsome group of fellas. Let's see, do we want a couple? And this fine lady. And what about a little gal? Do we have any? I'm sure there's children's in here. Let's find some children's. Oh, or these guys. Oh, they're too big. Too big. I don't see any children's, but she looks like she should be holding a balloon. What is this? I know there's kiddos in here. Come on, kiddos. There's a cute little girl. First one out, she wins. Okay. Let's pop these. I'm going to have to put these in it. Oh, here. I happen to have an empty drawer. Let's just dump these right in here so they're easier to look through. Problem solved. Maybe. I better use more of these or they're not going to fit in my little drawer. Whoa, I'm just making a mess. Okay, guys. Let's just keep going with this. Okay, so we got some people. We got some folks. She's got something in her pit. Let's get that out. This fine lady does not need to be on this tag with something stuck in her pit. Gross, Fiona, come on. Okay. We're gonna have to put something behind these fellas. Book page. Let's put a little book page behind there. And that'll help them stand out a little bit. That's too much. I'll just get this bottom part off. Maybe something like this. And how about a ticket? Because they look like they might be going somewhere. Somewhere fancy. What if they're sitting on the ticket? Shall they be sitting on the ticket? I think they should. Book page behind them, sitting on a ticket. It's okay if the ticket sticks out a little bit. That is not a problem. We'll put it the right side up though. Now, do we want a flower behind them? Fellas can like flowers. This one's got a brown tone. Let's put this flower behind them. All right, let's do this guy first. We're pretty well figured it out. Or no, we're not gonna do the flower. We're gonna do this. We are gonna do this. All right, ink. The domed one on here. We'll just use that. Actually, I'm going to take the domed one off because it's a little stiffer. This one's a little softer, so when we're working with some of these more delicate edges, this works better to not bend them. So what we're doing, these have a white paper core that we want to make less obvious, and it just adds to the grungy, which we love. Okay, grab glue. I'm using art glitter glue. You can use glue stick. You can use fly. No more fly. Sorry, you can, I just had to do some extermination here for a second. What was I saying? Glue stick. You can use glue stick. You can use regular school glue. If you have double-sided tape that you want to use, you could certainly do that. I don't know why I put it clear out on the edges, but I love me some art glitter glue. So I'm gonna have that hanging off. That stuck down, leaving enough room here for something to hang this. And let's do a quick, I'm just gonna wipe off some of this glue on the back. Just a little, although it's almost dry at this point, so we should be fine. All right, now I'm gonna ink up the edge of my book page. This is a little bit, it's a little fragile. It just kind of dried out. Well, it's paper, of course it's dry. Goodness. I'm gonna use glue stick for this, provided I got my glue stick hot. I had it sitting underneath my one of my lamps that gets a little warm, and it melted a little bit. I was having issues with it for a while, but it seems like it's back in business. So let's stick this guy here. Again, okay, if it's sticking off the edge, if we want to, we can always cut the edge. This is a little thicker, so I'm going to use my more liquid glue. I hope I put that up high enough. I did. Okay, now let's knock back this paper core just a little. We don't want to grunge them up too terribly much. Just want to get that white. We can't have gentlemen with the dirty clothing. They're just too spiffy looking. And here they go. I probably could have scooted that, oh, whoops. Probably could have scooted that book page over a little bit, but I think that you can still see them pretty good. And I will probably cut that. Maybe. We'll see. I'll trim that after when we get to the end. All right, one down. Now, oh, I didn't ink the edges of the ticket itself. Oh well, whoops. I forgot. All right, let's do that first here so we don't forget this time. Ink these edges. Let's go ahead and get these guys. Just enough that that core doesn't show. A nice trick for if you want to, why is that doing that? A nice trick for if you want to knock back the edge, but you don't want to get it all over them, is to do it from the back and just do it kind of at a little bit of an angle. All right, guys. Pink flower, purple. Where's this? I do like this color. Go there and then have them sitting, could be sitting on a little ticket. Well, we just did that, didn't we? What else do we got here? How about a received? A brown. And this. I'm going to try to not be super overthinky or we're going to be here all day. Now, y'all know I have such a difficulty with these. Where is my pokey tool? Fiona, I don't know if you have long nails or what, but these things are kind of hard. But if you use a fingernail, if you can do that, you might need some help. I could typically use some help. I'm going to try it with there. Sometimes if you stick a pin or something in the back, you can get the back without damaging the front. Oh, could I have picked a worse place to hold this? I don't think I could have. Well, that's where it's going. Okay. All right, now let's go ahead and put this guy down. Since my glue's being weird, I did get more glue. I just haven't got it out yet. I'll just stick that right there. I probably, nope, that's good. I'm going to sneeze in just a moment. Oh, excuse me. All right, we're going to put this one up the side. Make sure we get those edges. I don't want to cover too many of those leaves because I think they're so pretty. Received up in the corner. And what's fun about doing, you know, these projects like this, especially the mass makes, if you get a little behind, one, you can either pause or just keep listening because we get back around to it. So take your time, enjoy yourself. This does not have to be a fast and hurried project. I'll set them there. On this side, fun. Okay, now shall we move on to the little girl? I feel like she's gonna need lots of flowers. Little bit of inking around the edge, which means she will take the longest because we're gonna have to get all the backs off of them all. Eek. All right. Let's pull some. The flower stickers are a little buried. Come on. Ooh. Aren't those pretty? That gets us a lot of flowers with one peel off of the sticker. So I think we're definitely going to go with these because they're gorgeous too. All right. Oh, look, that didn't take long at all. I would say maybe I'm finding my groove with these things, but I don't want to jinx myself, so I'm not gonna. Oh, glued my pin to my finger. All right. How about right here? Love these flowers. These were in my Temu haul. I'll put that, oh, what was I going to say? The link. Not the link and the code. If you're new to Temu, you can use my code and get 30% off your first order. We could use one of these stickers for her to sit on. Nah. Let's get back to this. We've got, what do we got here? Fair. I do like this purple. Do we want also a little die cut? Will she fit in here? She could be sitting here. What's that look like? She blends in too much, I think. Well, it seemed like a good idea for a minute. Let's do this. We'll put this at the bottom as a bit of an anchor. And we'll put this. These were our washi sticker labels. That we made in a previous video. Is that straight-ish? Tiniest bit of wiggle time because this is on that sticker. The stickers have a bit of shine in the background, but not on the actual flower themselves. I like matte stickers the best, but these are not terrible. Stick that more over here. Looks a little bit too perfectly lined up, but with the edge of that, but that's okay. Good enough. All right, now let's get her taken care of ever so slightly. I wonder if you can add color to these with like a Pitt pen. Those are permanent once they dry, so I wouldn't want to put it on, and I'd want to give it a couple seconds to dry, I think. But I think it's something worth trying out. Here we go. There. Adorable. So cute. What do we got? 2 more. All right. Definitely need purple flowers on this one. I don't really want to cover a wildflower though. So let's go down here. What else do we have? She might do okay sitting on. No, it just not quite a fan. And I think these other frames that I have are way too big. What about a clock? Let's do that. Why not? Or we could do this little heart that says goodness. Nope, she's gonna go up there. We're gonna do, oh, look at the pig. He's cute. She doesn't quite look like the lady that would ride a pig though, I'm pretty sure. Doesn't quite look like a good fit. Maybe I'm dumb, but I have no idea what this is. Don't know. If anybody knows, hey, let me know. Keys. Oh, well, we're going to stay with the clock. This up. Ink her up. We're going to go around the edges of the tag so we don't forget again. And this doesn't have to be perfect, just mostly. Mostly covered, not mostly perfect. You know what I mean. We don't, Fiona, we don't do perfect here. We do fun and we do creative. We do not do perfect. Okay, back with, oh, this little girl's just hanging out down here, all sad. Maybe they can hang out together. Where did my... Oh, there it is, right in front of my face. All right. Let's test the theory that I might be getting better at this. Well, it would be a good theory if I didn't do it from the front. But still, we managed. So I didn't want to cover the wildflower, so you could still probably read it. Let's go here. Let's go right there as I stab myself. So we're gonna have her sitting in front of the clock, but what is she gonna be? Does she need to be sitting on something, or maybe not? Maybe she's got a big dress. Maybe she's sitting on a little chair, on a stool. Or we stick the slightest thing behind her like that for her to sit on. We can do that. Let's put this down first. We're going to remember to ink around. Whoa, ah, that was a lucky happening right there. Where's the, oh, here we go. Probably don't want to put our clock on upside down. I would notice. I don't know if anybody else would notice, but I most certainly would. And then it would bug me. It's not exactly straight, but at least it's not upside down. All right, tiniest bit of inking here. Then we'll have one left and we can do some toppers. Twine or ribbon. here so it doesn't cover up our flowers too much. Oh, I probably should have went up a little higher. Oh well, it is what it is. Maybe she has a big behind, and so it lifts her up farther off of here than normally would be. All right, she's floating a bit, but that's okay. Put that down. All right, another one down. Now this guy, she's definitely gonna be up here. Her little sister is gonna be standing down here. They look like a couple of nice, good little girls. I think I'll put that up there. Now for a sticker. Do we want to stay with the yellow theme, or maybe we should bring, this isn't red, but it still fits okay. With the color scheme, because it's got a similar tone. We may decide that this isn't the right place to put this little heart, but let's get our flower down first. And then we can make other decisions. And one struggle out of 5 stickers is not super terrible. There it is. I don't think. Oops. What's difficult about these is if you touch them, especially if you have dirty fingers like me, it is definitely going to show through. All right. There's that, and she can sit right here on the bricks. Now, what do we need? We want to hide this and give her something to stand in front of. That first class mail is kind of calling to me, and I'm not really sure why. Let's see what else we've got. We can do 2. Maybe it's because of the red. Let's just do 2. Why not? I think it's because of the red on here. I'm liking how that all flows together. The message doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to. So we're just making stuff that is pleasing to the eye, that we enjoy. It doesn't have to make sense. In fact, it's kind of better when it doesn't, I think. Now we could add some sayings to these if we wanted. I think I will just leave them without any sentiments. I do think, though, these will be fun to use the paper dolls with some of the snarky comments. Push that down a little bit around that. I think that'll be a riot. We're definitely going to have to do some of those. Snarky tags. Right, little lady. We're going to go right here. How cute are these guys? She was just hanging out over here, didn't make it into the drawer. I couldn't leave her all by herself. She clearly wanted to play in this little game. All right, and you are having a seat right up here on the brick wall. Clearly waiting for school. Got some books. Or maybe for the bus to go to the library. Okay. We're done with our glue, so let's plug that up. Now, we've got there's a couple of steps left. We're gonna add a topper, and then we're gonna add a charm. I'm gonna trim this off with my scissors. This is bugging me. Except I kind of glued it to the back. I'm gonna go from this direction so I can see. I'm not getting very close. Oh, I can lift it out of the way just a little bit so I can trim it. Kind of. Maybe I can just tear it. It's better. Not perfect, but we said we don't care about perfect, right? Yep. Okay. So now we need to put toppers on and some charms. So I've got these little flower charms that I think will be lovely. So let's use a couple of these. We can decide which ones go where. I think we can use the pink, and I think we can use the blue. And then for the, whoa, tape stuck and I'm making a mess. Okay. Let's get these off. Probably could have done that before, but here I am. And the pink we said we wanted. And then we can pick different ones for the others. So we'll need 2 more. How's that pink look with that to bring out the pink in the bottom? I wasn't thinking that. I was thinking this, but I kind of like it. And that up there. Does that stand out enough? Or I could even put that flower up here. I like that. Okay, now 2 more. Let's pull out our silver charms. And I'm thinking we could go either with the flower or maybe a key. Let's see what we've got for flowers. That doesn't go in there. Let's see. We could go with a thin flower or rose. I like that one. Could go with something little tiny. Got 2. That feels too small. But I don't want it hanging on her head either. A little sunflower. Would that hang on her head? It might. Oh, just go with the small one for the love of God. Okay. And you could put anything on there if you want. You could put a little animal. You could put a little owl. You could do anything. Just feeling like flowers today. Okay. Now, the bulb pins. That's how we're going to attach them today. You could do them with jump rings, but bulb pins are pretty quick. And I think we'll use some color today. We don't usually use our colored bulb pins. I think we want, let's go purple. We definitely need a pink. How about a bright pink? And go pink here. We could go, we've got orange. We also have red. It's kind of a brown. What do we want? I think we'll leave orange there. That. And do we want green, or if we go brown, we're kind of playing off that other flower in the background. All right, so we got those picked out. And you, of course, don't have to do colored. You can always just do metal. Whatever color you have. Whatever color you have. Now, what do we want to use? We've got twine. We've got various colors of twine. We could pull out for the pink one. I think I'm going to pull out our bright pink. Let's start with that one. We'll go with our bright pink baker's twine. And I think I'm going to double it up. Maybe even triple it up. Let's see what that's going to look like. Probably way too long, but it's not like we have any shortage of this. This is stuff I got at the dollar store. There we go. This should be, hole should be big enough that I don't need to do our trick. Now, do we want back to front? Let's go back to front for this one. No, I wanted front to back. I want the band, I suppose you can call it, in the front. There we go. Yeah, I wanted this to show. And now we simply go like this. And we're just going to go straight through here. She's just going to hang right like that. So cute. That might be backwards. Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. Lovely. And I think we might do some splatters at the end. I think splatters sound like something we want to do. All right. Let's pull out. Let's see, how long am I going here? 4 inches or so? Yeah. About 4 inches. I'm going to triple this one up again because I like how that looks. Just line these guys up. And you can always trim it shorter if you want afterwards. With as much twine as we've got, I don't want to have to fumble around with it, just for the sake of saving a 1/2 inch of twine. Oh, I did this one the other way. That's okay. So there's the, now you can see the two differences. Going front to back, we'll have this little band here in the front. Going back to front, we'll have the band in the back, and you've got your two. There is no right or wrong way. It's just your preference, and your preference can change. No worries. This one, I'm going to go this way. Cute. Now for these two, let's pull out some of our rose gold baker's twine, give them a little bit of flash. 2, 3. And I think I'm going to go back to front on this one. I think we'll go in from the other direction this time. We can go all the way across. Maybe if I can get my fingers to work. Right. You want to pull it snug, not too tight. You'll rip your paper. Right. No, I think I'm going to use regular twine for the last couple. And when you're doing your cutting, you just want to make sure that the edge you started with is on the same side as the edge you're ending with. Then you clip through the loops and you are good to go. Front to back on this one, just for the sake of variety, right? Got a couple misbehaving strands here. All right. This is a fun little technique. I'm enjoying this. Set these off to the side so we're here in the middle. And go right through there this time, and we can tuck it down in so it will lay straight. And our fellas. You can even just use your fingers for a guide if you want. Also works. It's not quite 4 inches, but does not make a bit of difference. Right, front to back on this guy. Being careful not to rip our little ribbon there, our little overhang. Oh, come on. This is where you get the little bit of a struggle if you don't have longer pieces. There we go. Now, stick this this on here. And up through. Whoops. Oh, come, whoa. That was an interesting struggle. I'm not sure why. Because it's the end of the video, and so we're close to the end. So it's got to give us issue. Love it. So pleased. And I think we need just a few little finishing splatters of white. So let's grab our white paint. Now, do we need to mask off our folks? Excuse me, or do we just let them have a little bit of the white as well? Quick coffee drink, and then we're going to decide. Well, here's what I think. I think we want to kind of mask off their faces, at least. So let me, oh God, I'll get my white paint open. And mixed around. I don't know why this is just acrylic paint with some water. I don't know why it separates like that. It's a little too thick though. So let me wipe this off, and we're gonna add just a little bit more water. Let's add a little spray of water in here, or a couple. Let's see how we're looking there for consistency. That's still really thick. Must be having closure issues. That's, oh, for the love of God, look at the mess I made. Clearly I have issues controlling my spray bottle. That's better. That's gonna do us better. All right, let's get it mixed up really well. And we don't want that much paint on our whole brush, but we do want a good amount of paint. Well, this is like a bloopers reel. Okay. Clearly I don't buy expensive brushes, and I don't get rid of them when there's something wrong with them either. All right, so we're gonna go like this for her. And cover like that. These guys can have this. Just masking it off a little bit. Let's pick something. Sheesh. There's those guys. Don't want any on their faces. I got 80 billion pieces of paper on my desk, and here I am trying to be careful and pick one the right size. I don't know why. Just put it on there. Cripes. Cripes. Okay. There we go. Now their faces are protected. So now we're just going to give ourselves some pretty white splatters to finish it off. And yes, this makes a mess. Some bigger ones on her. It's okay. They are fun and decorative, I think. The more paint you have on your brush, the bigger your splatters. And a lot of times I do black as well. I think I'm just going to go with white for these. So we'll get off a little bit of that. That doesn't even have water in it. I just put it in an empty cup. All right, I'm gonna give that a second to dry. It goes really fast, but in the meantime, I'm gonna spray water on our wipe here and get some of this off our desk. Just about done. And then you can also move it and drag stuff right through your things like I just did. If it's taking a while to dry, you can just hit it with the heat tool too. That doesn't hurt anything. It's smearing and dragging all over the place. They're mostly dry. Oops. I'll glue those two together. All right, let's see what we ended up with now. We've got, oops. We've got our lovely couple. Our fine family of gentlemen. Oops. Little girls on their way to school. Lovely lady with the big behind that we decided. And our cute little girl. So, Fiona, I hope that you had a good time. I hope you have a super, super fabulous birthday. And if you make along, I would love it if you have your mom take a picture and stick it down in the description down at the bottom, and I'll tag it so it stays right there, and then everybody can see your beautiful work. So thanks again, everybody, for joining us for Fiona's special birthday video, and we will see you guys all next time. Bye.